So today I'm going to share with you guys a piece of adaptive equipment that I created for people who have limited hand function in order to increase their independence with the grooming task of nail care. So this is designed really for people, like I said, who may have limited hand functioning, meaning they may have a tremor, which inhibits their ability to maintain a steady grasp on the clippers because they're shaking. Or it may be beneficial for people who have weakness in their hand, their grip strength, or just their upper extremity as a whole, and they're not able to squeeze to cut the nail with the resistance of the nail in the cutter. Or it may be helpful for people who just don't have the dexterity or coordination to perform those more high-level grasp patterns that it takes to cut our nails. Same with filing. To file nails with use of both hands, we need to maintain grasp with one and then maintain a position of the other hand while we file. In order to decrease the demands of that task for someone who has limited hand functioning, I've developed some adaptations with this board for filing and clipping. So to assemble this board, I started with just a plain piece of wood. It's flat on both sides and is pretty narrow. This is actually an extra piece of flooring that I found, but any type of solid wood would be fine for this. I liked this because it was aesthetically appealing as well. Once I had my wood, I used Velcro strips and non-skid material, and I placed the material on the bottom of my board. You can see that there. And that just prevents the board from sliding too much. It really keeps it firm while you would be performing your nail care. The Velcro strips I cut into pieces to match the shape of the objects I was using to make the board. So in addition to the materials I've already told you about, it's really sturdy Velcro there, you need a set of nail clippers. I used a larger pair. I thought that would be easier to maneuver, but you could also use smaller nail clippers. And then I used a metal clip that has a strong grip on the file, and then I cut out the cardboard, both the loop and the hook sides, to adhere it firmly to the board. One feature of the clip that made me choose it for this project was that it can swivel. So when it's on the board and the file is in it, you can swivel it to meet your needs. If it's at the edge of the table and you're filing underneath, or at the top and you want a different angle, you can turn it, which is a nice feature. I also chose a clamp as opposed to screwing the actual file down, which I saw in some previous models, because this can allow for it to be removed and replaced as it wears down, or if you want to change files. Another reason that I chose the Velcro to adhere this to the board as opposed to screwing it and making it more permanent is because then you can remove the nail clippers for washing them or storage, and it's not so permanent. So once I had my Velcro strips measured and stuck down, I simply applied both pieces to the board and I was ready to go. To use this, if I had limited dexterity and I couldn't manipulate the top of the nail clippers, I would simply put one hand in line for the nail clipping edge, and then I could use my palm, a lateral surface, the ends of my fingertips, and rely more on the leverage from my upper extremity rather than my fine motor skills to perform the tasks. So then you could work your way around using whatever grasp pattern you needed to cut your nails. And it's all at the edge of the board, so you can place it however you need to and get that angle. It's lightweight and easy to move. Same with the file. Like I said, this can be turned and rotated, and you can use one hand simply to stabilize it, because it will move a little if you try without stabilizing it. But stabilize, and then you can file like this. You can do one finger at a time. You can use the posterior surface at the edge of the table. And then for storage, you just fold this down remove the file, and it can be easily put into a drawer. So it's very compact. Some potential modifications you could make to this to meet other unique needs may be adding suction cups to the bottom. You could place one on either end, and that would give this more of a secure position on the tabletop or the surface that you're working at. You could also build up the lever for the nail clipper. One idea for that would just be to add some more of this non-skid material and wrap it around and secure it. If I were to secure this now, this is built up. It's easier on my hand. It's not as sharp with the metal. And then you can just push it right down with the built-up surface. Or it provides you with more of something to grasp onto if you maybe were progressing, let's say post-stroke, and some of those fine motor skills were coming back, but you still needed the support of the board, but you were now able to use some more of those fine motor skills. You could build this up as needed. And I think that this non-skid material is nice for that because you can make it as tight or as loose as you need to build up the lever. Other modifications could include, like I said, using different sizes of nail files, different types of clippers, and then if you wanted, you could, add additional components like holders for nail polish, just to make this more personalized. Overall, I think this is a nice tool that I made for free. I found all these objects around my house, but you could make it for under, $10 with purchasing the materials at the store. And online it retails anywhere from $30 to $50 through some of the retailers selling adaptive equipment. So it was a nice piece of equipment for me to be able to make at home. It was relatively easy, and I would encourage anyone to use this with someone who has limited hand functioning and takes pride in being able to participate in some of those grooming skills such as nail care. Thank you for your time.